What's up, guys? Travis Ventrella here, and today I have one of my clients, Shea, on here. And Shea, I really want you to go into detail on like kind of where your business was at before working with us. I know you had started with us in October of last year, but before that, you had a client fall off, and then you like hired an agency. But in 30 seconds or less, like what was business at? I know you're averaging like 7 to 8K a month.
Yeah, so we were just not doing great. I mean, we lost a big contract that was sending us a bunch of cars a month, and then so I hired an ad agency. Wasn't really happy with the leads coming in from it. They were terrible. Like nobody was responding, um, and I was just wasting money. So I found you guys. You were doing something completely different, right in line with what I was. I was like, I need somebody to teach me how to run my own ads, so I'm not wasting a
Because the
retainer fee every
agency
month.
can get pricey, right? Like you're working
It's
with
crazy.
creators agency, right? And when you signed up with them, how long were you with them, and how much was the retainer per month?
So I was with them for 7 months. I think the retainer was like 1,500 a month.
Okay.
But
So
I
almost
basically
2,000 a month, and that would put you at right around over $10,000 in retainers. And what were the results like?
not enough to justify the money I was spending. Because then on
Mm,
top of it, I had to spend at least like 1,200 a month in ad spend.
okay.
So
And
really, I was
before,
paying close to 3 grand a month.
right. And before like you considered getting an agency and everything, like what was your way of getting customers previously?
So I had previously been a partner in another business, and we just had a kind of a difference on where to take the video. Sorry, that's a shop phone.
The leads are still pouring in.
Yeah. Um, we just had a difference on where we were going with the company, where we were trying to take
Right.
things, and so
But like what were
I
you
did
guys
have
doing
some.
marketing wise? Were you doing
We didn't do it.
organic? Were you
We
doing
didn't do any.
flyers, billboards?
We didn't do any. I just strictly relied off my previous clientele base from that followed me over from my existing uh, partner that were kind of loyal to me, and the word of mouth from there. And just I did a
So
little bit of meta ads.
word of mouth referrals were your big ones.
Yeah, I did a little bit of meta ads, trying to run them myself and whatnot. But they were super hit or miss. I mean, you would
Yeah.
get like good results and you'd get all kinds of inquiries, but at the end of the day, inquiries don't translate into dollars. And we were having
Right.
too many inquiries and not enough bookings.
Got it. So initially you were trying to do organic strategies and you saw growth, you got results in the business, right? You're making money. And then you wanted to take things to the next level. You hire an agency on a $1,500 a month retainer. That's not even considering the ad spend, which was another 1,500 a month. And your business was only doing $7,000 to $8,000. And then literally in October, you decided to move forward with us. What made you want to take the leap and work with us?
So I was looking for somebody to teach me how to run my own Google ads so that I could
Get
put
rid
the
of that
money.
retainer.
Yeah, so I could ultimately take the retainer fee and put it towards ad spend. I
And
mean,
I
that just
remember this, bro. We were on the call, and what did I say to you? I said, "Bro, we're going to help you implement this, and then you could get rid like you're I want you to get rid of that retainer like today."
Yeah, yeah, and we did. I think like within 2 weeks we were done with them and gone. Um, and
So
so
we
it took a
help
little
you
bit of time.
implement this marketing system into your business. And how much did you make last month?
We did just over 30 grand last month.
Just over $30,000. That's like three, almost four times what you were doing previously.
Yeah.
That's incredible.
Yep.
What would you say to the person? And I know you're in your shop right now and you kind of got to get back to work. But what would you say to the person watching this right now who is either A, they're stuck at less than, $10,000 a month, and maybe they're handing out business cards, flyers, knocking doors. What would you say to that person? And then after you address that person, what would you say to the shop owner who's maybe doing over 10K a month and they're working with an agency on why they should make the switch to learn how to set everything up on their own?
So to the person that's out knocking doors and whatnot, there's nothing wrong with that. You will get results from it. I
Yep.
think it's a part of being in business, but uh, the learning to run your own ads, and not only just the one time, but in perpetuity. I mean, when you sign up with you guys, you have the access to the videos to go back and reteach yourself. Say you want to start another business and you need to remember how to set up more ads, or say you want to get into another line of what you're already doing and you need to run a separate Google ad. You don't have to remember it. It's all right there for you. You can go back and rewatch the walkthroughs and whatnot, and it just is a no-brainer, because then that stuff is working in the background. Like, if you're out knocking doors, you're not you're not working. Whereas you can have
But
your
you're not
Google
making
ads.
money. And I love
Right.
what you said. Like, it can get results, but would your time be better spent on setting up a system that gets you those leads and clientele predictably?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, it's like you guys said in the beginning, it's all a numbers game. So every week isn't going to knock it out of the park. But when you look at it over long term, months of running ads, it, it always pays for itself. You might
And it
not get,
adds up quick.
yeah, you might not get a lead. You might get, leads per se. In a week, but you might not book anything from it. But then the following week, you turn around and you book 3 jobs from it, and it's like, whoa, I just paid for my entire month's ad spend, and we still got 2 weeks to go in the month. So, and I made money on top of it. So, like before with creators, I was making just enough money from the actual jobs that were booking, not leads, actual book jobs, to cover what they were giving me or
Wow.
what they were charging me, not actually like profiting any more from it. It was just covering the cost of what they were using me for, or I was using them for. Then to the person that's running the shop, um, it, you don't get into business to have a job working for yourself. And so if you're at 10 grand a month already as a business owner, like, yeah, that's great and that's cool and all, but like, if you leave, if you want to take a vacation time with your family or do anything and not be at your business, you're not making money that week. You just have a job working for yourself. And that's not a
Mm,
business at the end of the day.
right.
So to be able to actually build a business and scale, be able to hire employees, you need workflow coming in above
Right.
and beyond $10,000 a month. You have to hit that 20, 30, $40,000 a month mark to be able to actually have a business that's
That's running for
considered a
you.
real business, and
Right.
actually running is a well-oiled machine. And like, we're now getting to that point. We've had two this week and last week are two back-to-back 10 grand weeks. Um,
Wow.
so we're on
That's
scale.
incredible, bro. You're on
We're
track
up.
for 40K a
Yeah.
month now.
Yep. Yeah. And I was telling Juan, I think we're now that we have some money in the bank and everything, we can increase our ad spend. We just bumped it up again this morning so that we can generate more leads. And all
That's
that does
awesome.
for me is, like, I had an employee when I signed on with you guys, but he was like, I tipped my hat to him because he was holding on for dear life with me. Um,
Wow.
and he stuck with me, and now he's killing it. Like, he's super stoked, moved out into his own place and
Come
everything.
on, bro.
Like,
Let's go.
he's
That's what
making
this
good
is
money.
about.
He's making good money now. And
I
and so
love that
now,
you bring it up, Shay, because I remember that just recently, like you went away. I don't know if it was a few days or a week to the Carolinas, and you're just
yep.
chilling on the beach while your business is making
Yeah.
money.
Yeah, no, I went down. So I live in Virginia Beach, and my brother rented a house in Avon down by Cape Hatteras. And so I went down there for a couple of days. We had a ton of PPF work that week. And so I took the beginning of the week off and just went down there. And I was literally sitting on the beach, getting fried, booking. I think I booked like somewhere around $5,000 or $6,000 worth of work. I can't remember what it
Just
was,
from the
but
beach,
yeah, sitting on the beach, enjoying the sun.
dude. Love it.
Yeah, and the shop was running. It wasn't like I was there booking work and not making any money. Like the shop
Right.
was up and running. And it's not something where like you get a lot of employees that are discontent with their bosses do something like that, or when the
Right.
business owner does something like that because they're struggling to get by. But like my guy Jordan was here crushing away and with a smile on his face because he's killing it. He's
That's
making great
awesome.
money every week now. Like what
And
took me
that's
a
what it's
long
about,
time
bro.
to
It's like you're
get to.
building a real business. And
Yeah,
what I always tell people is the difference between us and a lot of other people out there in agencies is an agency, their goal is to get as many clients as possible. They're in all of these different niches where we're actually taking the entire system from mindset to your packages to your CRM, your structure, your marketing, your
yeah,
hiring process. Like we're helping you become excellent at every stage
yeah.
so you could actually scale the business. And Shea, what is something you would tell the person who's maybe been watching some of my YouTube videos, they're considering going with an agency or me, and maybe they're on the fence? Like, what would you say to that person right now?
As much as you want to go with the agency because they're promising you the world, don't do it.
Hmm.
It's not worth it. Like, what are you going to do? You're going to really pay somebody $1,500 a month because you got to advertise consistently. Like, look at Pepsi, look at Coca Cola, look at these major brands, Ford, all of them. They all advertise all the time. That's how you consistently get more clients. People may know about you, but they might not need your service when they see your ad the first time or the second time or the 100th time. But you consistently have to advertise because when it is time for them to use your business, they want to see your ad. So what are you gonna? You got to pay $1,500 a month or $800 a month or whatever it is that an agency is going to charge you the
And
whole
all
time
they're doing
your
is just
company's in
running the
business.
ad.
Yeah, yeah, I mean they're creating some, and that was another thing. The video they made for me was so corny. I didn't like it at all. It was just like it wasn't
Yeah.
me, that's for sure. But I didn't have like any option to go with. Like I couldn't bring a video. I wasn't making the money to bring a videographer in and you
Right.
know pay for a great video to be made or anything. So I had to go with what they were throwing at me. Uh, and it generated some work, but nothing like what working with you guys has.
Nothing with
And
your goal. Right.
yeah, and being able to you sign up with you guys, it takes a little bit longer because you're having to do the footwork yourself. You're having to do that non-pretty work of
Yeah.
sitting behind a computer and building out your Google ad and your landing page and everything. And nobody likes doing that stuff, but you get it done, you get it out of the way, and then
Once you get it set up, it's like super easy to
yeah.
manage.
Yep. Yeah, and then it's just, tweaking little things here and there, increasing your ad spend as you
Yep.
generate more leads and more book jobs. And then like you said, it's not just you guys have started doing when I first was with you, you weren't doing teaching people how to do meta ads, but now you have that whole training in there as
Yeah.
well.
So it's like
You
we're
have
showing the Google side and the Meta side as well.
yeah. Yep. And then you got for people that are newer into the business, like I have been detailing since '07, I think is when I started my business.
Wow. So like
So like
almost
the
20 years.
pricing and everything like that, I had down already. Like we were already doing PPF, we were already doing
Right.
vinyl wraps and everything, but we were having a problem getting people in the door to actually scale the business. I was making enough money for myself, but like I said, I didn't want a job working for myself. I wanted a business. And so you guys also offer like the coaching, the one-on-one calls and the group calls, the community calls every week, to so people can kind of brainstorm together. There's the community chat where people have a
It's like the
question
only
or they
way
need a
people
problem.
fail is if they don't do anything.
If they don't participate,
Yeah,
if they
if they
don't
don't do
participate,
anything,
that's
that's
the
the
only
only
way.
way to fail. But if you actually put in the work and implement the system, the results will happen. And so, Shay, I really appreciate you coming on here And it's just incredible, from 7 to 8K a month to now doing over 30K a month, 10K weeks, on track for 40K a month. That's incredible. If you're watching this video right now, maybe on my YouTube or wherever you're seeing it, and you have a detailing business, you want to take it to the next level, every day my team and I, we book free strategy calls for people just like you who really on that call, it's free. We want to get a better idea on where you're at in your business, what your goals are, what you're looking to achieve. And then if we're confident we could actually help implement the system, get you results, we'll walk you through what we do and how it works. And if not, at least point you in the right direction. So click the link below this video, book your free call, and we look forward to chatting with you.